What's going on, YouTube? It's the Game Zombie here with an all-new video on Mortal Kombat 11. So recently, a huge trophy/achievement list was leaked online and seemed to reveal almost the entire roster for Mortal Kombat 11, including 3 new mystery characters. Now, a lot of people are upset, irate, angry, ready to jump out of a window. You name it, people are feeling it. And while I'm not ready to set myself on fire, I am somewhat caught in my feelings. Now, for anybody that has been living under a rock or hasn't watched a single one of my videos, a huge achievement list surfaced on steamdb.info, which is for creators and game developers to post information about their games, specifically things like trophies and achievements. That being said, you typically have to be a developer or somebody associated with the studio that developed a particular game to edit any information on SteamDB, thus giving credibility to this massive leak. But something just doesn't seem right. I know there are plenty of characters that people are demanding that have not made this leaked roster, but not only that, there are other things that stick out as kind of fishy, and so I wanted to go over some of those things with you guys in order to get your perspective. Now, if you guys haven't seen the list, I'm going to post it up right here. I'm not going to read through every single one of them, but the things that stand out as kind of odd to me are all these achievements that you are said to be receiving by just doing 2 fatalities. Now, Mortal Kombat 11 has been said to be the biggest Mortal Kombat yet by Boon, featuring multiple different modes, characters spanning from over 20 years worth of games, a whole new gear system, and enhanced moves and fatalities. Now, this isn't the full achievement list. There's roughly about 30 achievements on this list, and out of those, 19 of them are trophies pertaining to fatalities, meaning 23 of these trophies are unlocked by just doing random character fatalities. Nothing special, nothing crazy, just doing 2 basic fatalities with seemingly every character unlocks trophies. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, what's the big deal? Why not just fill some space by unlocking trophies with fatalities? Well, am I to really believe that this is the biggest game yet, and with all this additional content, they're using 19 slots of the achievement list for fatalities? Really? I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, it just seems really lazy to me. And NRS does not strike me as a studio that's lazy. Now, to give this some context, I bring up the Mortal Kombat X trophy list, in which there were 61 achievements or trophies to be unlocked at the game's launch. Now, Mortal Kombat 9's trophy list had 51 trophies. So, if we're going by pattern, we could assume that this game will have 71 trophies in it if they decide to follow the pattern of increasing the trophy list by 10 as they have in previous Mortal Kombat games. That means that almost 1/3 of this list is going to be unlocked by doing fatalities. I don't know about you guys, but that just seems extremely odd to me. Once again, not saying that it's impossible, it just seems extremely lazy, and it seems like they could have done so much more with those slots in terms of unlocking achievements. Now, to give you some kind of context as to what achievements were in the past, let's look at MKX's trophy list. Now, of course, we have general trophies that almost every game has, like unlock all trophies or complete a single tower. And we actually have quite a few achievements pertaining to towers. We have complete 10 living towers, 50 living towers, single tower challenge. Then we have a couple of faction achievements, win by timeout, view a combat card, reach a personal level 10 in experience, reach a personal 65, win 1 online match, win 100 online matches, so on and so forth. So you can see that there is a pattern of some repetitive achievements, but none of which are in excess than more than 3 or 4, and they're all a little different. While one might be complete a single tower, the next one is complete the tower with every character, or complete 10 living towers instead of just 1. Do you see where I'm going with this? There is some type of evolution or advancement in these trophies. It's not just extremely basic and repetitive. You don't see 30 different achievements as complete a tower with individual characters to unlock achievements, like complete a tower with Sub-Zero, unlock an achievement. Complete a tower with Scorpion, unlock an achievement. Complete a tower with Raiden, unlock an achievement. You get where I'm going? There's plenty of diversity in this trophy list for Mortal Kombat X that it seems like this new trophy list in Mortal Kombat 11 is lacking. Now, you might think, well, Zombie, maybe they're just evolving. Maybe they just want to make things easier for casuals. The list isn't complete yet. There's still over 2/3 missing. And for the most part, you'd be right. A lot of those things are true, but to assume that they would just use all of these slots for 2 fatalities just doesn't seem realistic, honestly. And I don't feel like I'm overreaching here. Now, let's take a look at the Mortal Kombat 9 trophy list. This is a game that came out over 7 years ago, back when trophies and achievements were still somewhat in their infancy, and there's still more diversity in this trophy list than the Mortal Kombat 11 one. Now, as I stated before, this trophy list had 51 trophies in it, and for the most part, they're fairly diverse. There's trophies such as complete tutorial mode, complete arcade ladder with all fighters, complete story mode 100%, unlock Melina's 3rd costume, perform a 10-hit combo, discover the fighter hidden in arcade, discover and fight the hidden combatant in the arcade ladder. The list goes on. You guys can see it for yourself. Pause the video if you want and read all of these, but Mortal Kombat X seems to even have more repetitive achievements than this list. This list seems more diverse than Mortal Kombat X's does. So I guess in retrospect, you could look at it as a de-evolution per se, where if the Mortal Kombat 11 list is true, it seems like the achievements are getting more and more simple and dumber with each iteration of the game. But like I said, you guys, it just doesn't seem realistic that so many slots would be dedicated to just random fatalities, something that is so easy to do in a game that's going to be packed full of content, including secrets and unlockables. Something just seems off. And that's not just because I don't want to believe that the character roster list is true. No matter what, I'm gonna enjoy the game and get the most out of it. If my favorite characters aren't in the base roster, I'm just gonna hope that they're in DLC, because I know that NetherRealm listens to their fans, and they definitely listen to money, but something just doesn't seem right. Now, in addition to these random fatalities, there seems to be the mention of Mercy coming back, and I've seen a ton of people in my DMs, in the comment section, all over YouTube, all over forums, saying, well, if Mercy is back, Animalities have to be back. For those of you that don't know, back in Mortal Kombat 3, there was things called Animalities, which enabled you to turn into an animal and murder your opponent, and as a requirement, you had to do something called a Mercy, which would actually bring your character back from the brink of death. Also, you can defeat them again, and that would enable you to perform one of these Animalities. So with that being said, since Mercies were a prerequisite to perform an Animality, it would be safe to assume that Animalities are going to be making a comeback. Well, about a month ago, Ed Boon did an interview in mid-January with a guy named Brian Tong, and in this interview, Ed Boon actually addressed highly requested things like Chrome and Animalities. And it's very subtle and very quick, but you can clearly hear him say,
I don't think we're going to get something like, everybody's talking about Animalities, let's put Animalities.
Yeah.
If you guys didn't hear that, he said, I don't think we're going to do everybody's talking about Animalities, let's do Animalities. And you can take this 2 ways. You can take it as him deconfirming it, which is how I took it, or you could just take it as, well, he's just saying, like, we're not going to just throw things in there that people want just for the hell of it. Which I could totally understand if that's how you take it. I could see that making sense too. But Animalities just seems kind of like a goofy thing that doesn't fit the tone of this more serious, darker, cinematic type Mortal Kombat universe that we're getting in Mortal Kombat 11. And so that's how I interpreted this interview, but see for yourself. I'll leave a link in the description box below. You guys can listen to the full interview and judge for yourself. That being said, this list just seems a little more than odd to me. It's a massive leak. There doesn't seem to be any damage control whatsoever. And a list like this getting out into the wild by somebody who clearly has to have ties with NetherRealm just seems completely irresponsible and is actually killing a lot of hype for a lot of people. I know several people that are so disappointed by the roster, they are already saying that they're going to boycott the game. So I can't see why NetherRealm would allow this to happen without some type of damage control. But stranger things have happened in the past. I'm not saying that this list isn't true or isn't possible. I'm just saying that there are definitely a couple of things that make sense and a couple of things that don't make sense, and I wanted to share my thoughts with you guys. That being said, I would love to hear what you guys think about this. What do you guys think about that interview? Do you think that he was just deconfirming Chrome, or do you think he was deconfirming Animalities as well? Do you think that this list is legit? Do you think it's fake? Do you think that NRS put it out themselves? Let me know in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to hit that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe.